When anyone mentions 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, they say never forget. When they think of World War II, when they think of things that happened in American history, they say never forget. Those who are ignorant of the past are doomed to repeat it. Well, let me tell you something. Racism still exists. And a lot of times I have gotten racist comments on my videos, and there's a link up here. I'm going to put it up there, the URL. Racist comments on my videos because I supported President Barack Obama for re-election. Constantly, I have been told that I am only supporting him because he's black. However, I did not support Herman Cain, Allen West, and I definitely do not support Clarence Thomas. If race was the sole basis of which I was going to support someone, in that case, I would support so many people on the Republican side that just so happen to be black. However, this is not the case. But let me tell you about how racism is dead. One night, I had been returning to my coworker's home because she was selling something, and I wanted to get it because it was a nice little stand with the laptop thing, and then the little thing that for your papers and your tower. It was like a computer desk, and it had a little rollout thing in it. I wanted to buy it. She quoted a price. I said, "Sure, yeah, not a problem. I'll take it." So what ends up happening is it's 5 o'clock in the morning, by the way, and we were heading back to our house. I see it. I say that, yep, sure, great. And then I try to leave. What ended up happening was the street was kind of narrow, and there was a car coming up, so I let it pass. I left my bike on my friend's front lawn. I locked it up, so I'm unlocking it. I take it out. I go, and I see a car, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to let this car pass, and then I zip out up the street and turn left to where I was going. Well, what ended up happening was I felt that there was a car next to me or a vehicle, because as a bicyclist, I could feel, the vibrations, and I just know when a presence is coming close. So what ends up happening is this woman is basically tailing me and following me, and I'm like, so I look to the side, and I'm thinking that this is a lost person. So I take off my headphones. I'm like, "What's up? Yeah, what can I, hello? Yeah? What were you doing near my house?" What are you talking about? What were you doing near my house? I'm like, "I was there to see someone. You need to leave me alone," or whatever else. And she said, "If I see you near my house again, I'm calling the police." And I said, "I wasn't there for you, you stupid bitch." And then that's when she turned around. I thought she was going to hit me, and if she would have hit me and something would have happened to me, she would have easily gotten away with it. But she did call the police, and they didn't quite believe her. They were like, why would someone that early try to break into someone's house? Like, people are getting up to going to leave for work. I don't understand why that would happen. That's weird. So thankfully, I did not get questioned because there was nothing to question. And her daughter saw me a few days before because the same coworker, her grandbaby was up there because her daughter and a couple of her friends walked with her that one day, and I usually came in on my bike as I'm usually on my bike when I go everywhere. And I came up on my bike, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? How are you?" And just being my normal boisterous self. Racism is dead, apparently. Racism is apparently dead. But if racism were dead, then why am I seeing racist comments on my videos? Why am I seeing something on a tribute to Trayvon Martin having comments that were just terrible? I've deleted those comments, by the way. I'm not going to have that. This is a tribute to a dead child. And then again, if you want to talk about abortion and all that, yet you are thinking that a dead child deserved to be shot, then you have a mix-up of priorities. So don't tell me, when you don't know what it is like to grow up, always suspicious of other people's motives, always constantly aware that in someone's mind you are a threat to them solely because of the color of your skin. And yes, there are other people who also have that same thought process with other people based on the way they look. That is definitely true. I do not discount that. I do not discount that people with tattoos are perceived as aggressive. That is not always the case. I do not dismiss that other people who may have an outlandish appearance will be discriminated against because of that, or shamed or stigmatized. But the fact is, if you are going to tell me that racism is dead, then then the only thing I can say is, I guess enough of your brain cells are. Good day, YouTube.